Truth Man here, and the channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. So I'm making this video for a friend, a guy I grew up with. He's been real encouraging of my channel, so on and so forth. Hey, this was funny. It's funny that he wanted me to do a video about this. And I'm gonna contact you about, I ain't gonna say your name on here, but I'm gonna contact you on Facebook or Messenger about this. So when we all was in the streets, right? Me, him, our other guy, we'll just call him D. And I got into the church and got saved and, was praying to the Most High and came to the faith. And they still wasn't there yet. So my guy that I'm making this video for, it was me, him, our guy D, his cousin, who at the time she used to like me. She did. This ain't me tooting my own horn. She did. She used to like me. And one reason why I didn't get with her like that, because I knew what I was doing, and she was like a nice girl. And she had just, she was like just growing up, like 18 or 19 or something like that. And I didn't want to do her like that. And so they badgering me for hours. My guy that I'm making this video for, D was like he was just mocking the church. And he made a prophecy. I'm telling you, I don't know if he remembered this, but he said, man, I know you ain't getting saved for that bleep. She probably messing with other dudes, and he was saying all kind of stuff. And I remember, and he was right. Not about everything, but he was right about the final outcome. He said, man, I know you ain't getting saved for no B. I know you ain't getting saved for no B. And he was like, them church people fake. They this, they that. And he was going nuts. He was even punching, he was finna move, he was punching holes in his wall. He had his room looking like, remember how when Tom and Jerry, I know you remember this, man. Remember how Tom and Jerry, like the wall used to look when they be fighting and Jerry be running in the wall and it be destroying the wall? He had his whole house looking like that because him and his mother, they was finna move. And so he said, man, F them church people. He said, I'm going to do what they do. He said, I'm going to wait till I get old. He said, I'm going to walk up there like this. He did an old man walk. And I just bust out laughing, man. That was just funny to this day. And he said, and why? He said, why do they always get to dancing and stuff off that music? And he did the music. Dude, clown. But you know what? He was right though. See, I didn't know it, but when your heart is pure, this how you get saved. When you have a humble heart, the Most High is going to save you. That's the key component. Why you see hypocrites and why you see real people. And guess what happened? The real people be clashing with the hypocrites. And a lot of time, the real people end up not even going to these churches. And the people in the church, oh, he done backslid. No, he didn't. Yeah, he moonwalked out of your church away from your hypocritical self. So what I'm going to do is, this is content by request. He wanted me to talk about, what do I think about all of these hypocrites and blasphemous people preaching for a check and all these people in the church. So comedian Schuler posted a video. Boy, I ain't gonna lie, man. Them two women, they had nice shapes, man. And dude behind him, he was in there. He didn't know what to do. He didn't know if he wanted to jag off or he wanted to get behind him. He didn't know what he wanted to do. Boy, I'm gonna tell you, I would have left. Because that's the devil. The temptation would have set in, and it would have made me, like, if I was doing them white shorts on the video, go check out the video on comedian Schuler. He ain't even say nothing. He just was looking, he got them funny eyes anyway. I would have wanted to smash both of them. That's why I would have left, and I wouldn't have came back to that church. That's just me. That's just me. So, but he's right. These pastors, man, y'all wasting y'all time and money. Y'all could be over here with a real one. One thing about me, man, is I might not dress the best. I might not have the most money. I might not always have my beard intact like some of them preachers. But I would say you don't got to worry about whether or not I'm real. You ain't got to worry about that. Because it's something about when you get to know the Most High in real life, you know not to play with him. So I'll be like, hey, if I do something, I'm not going to try to pretend like I don't do it to y'all. Because I know he watching. He looking at my heart. He looking at my mind. I have to, at all times, my spiritual act of worship is keeping him first and caring what he think more than people. That's one of the biggest stumbling blocks with these people. They in there shaking their booties, man. I know he wanted to put his hands on their hip. He probably wanted to flip that one chick dress up. That's just our nature as men. Why do dudes get in the church and think that they sexual desire? Y'all be praying away your sexual desire. That's stupid. Your spiritual act of worship is learning how to control your sexual desire. Man, I see stuff all the time. I literally, dude, my body count would probably be 1 million if I gave in to my desire and I just was around here, just everything, and they all was going for me. I wouldn't even have no money because I'd be bouncing somebody on my lap all night. Your spiritual act of worship is when you put the Most High in front of yourself. And he's right. They blasphemers. I told y'all, don't listen to these people. Be careful with these people and don't listen to these people. The Lord told me this, the Lord told me that. If they come to you like that, be like, when the last time you had sex? With who? I guarantee you it's some sexual immorality. It's a woman that divorced her husband or caused him to divorce her, just messing with another dude. That's sexual immorality. We're talking about the Lord. I'm close with God, and he this, and he got me through the toughness, blah, 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 blah. The Most High looking at you like, man, if you don't get out of here, you put yourself in front of me. You your own God. And that's what's going on in these churches. They making that man God. Making that man God. And competing with, I mean, it's a zoo. It's a circus. And as we could see on that video, it's a strip club. She might as well have took her clothes off. If I was a dude in that church with them two, I would have wanted to smash them, but they wouldn't have been like wife material. I wouldn't even, like, a woman who shakes her butt online. Now, if she did it in the past, or she sent you a video exclusively, that's different. But when she doing it for money, how you having a relationship? All these women out here, and you trying to have a relationship with that? You supposed to just have fun with that. or nothing. These dudes be marrying strippers, man. And then man, I don't know what happened, man. The relationship. Dude, you never had a relationship. You forced that. I just did a video on that where it was so much more to it than I could have said. I just did a video on that. It's some of them women, if the Most High was like, man, go ahead, do you. I'll be like, rubbing my hands together. But I know listen, it's a certain way that you go about all of this that the Most High will accept. And the only thing the Most High is going to accept is if you get in his presence, you make somebody your concubine or they your wife. You can't dude, and there's rules to this. And I talk to y'all about this all the time. But it seems like people just trying to argue. Go do you then. Go marry a woman that husband put her away because she wasn't being a wife. Go ahead. Go get with her. Stick it in. Hump. Go ahead. Get yours off. Then you're going to be, man, this is what church people do. Man, I think we need to pray, man. I don't feel right. Yeah, did you felt right when you was, oh, here it come. Oh. You felt right then, didn't you? But then when post-nut clarity, as Coach Greg called it, when post-nut clarity kicked in, now you want to pray? Man, you keep playing with him. Keep playing with him. Keep playing with him. A lot of these people in church for show, man. A lot of these preachers, they just grew up in churches and they decided it's just like, okay, for instance, Carmelo Anthony's son plays basketball because his father played basketball. Bronny James and Bryce, they play basketball because their father played basketball, right? A lot of these preachers only preaching because people that they looked up to preach. They ain't got it. They ain't got it. For him to live, whoever that pastor was in that church on that video, for him to let his church carry on like that, that says a lot about him. And I dare you, I'm going to find out who you are. And if you ever in your life or any of your members come in my comments trying to talk down on me, I'm going to cook up a meal that can feed everybody on you. I'm going to find out who what church that was. If I gotta contact the comedian Schuler myself, I'm going to be like, what church was that? Because that's my job as a prophet. Y'all carrying on like that in church, it's people that's already trying to control their sexual desire. And you giving them. Dude, listen, I'm just going to be 100% real with it. Both of them that was right there, they had it. And you don't do that in church, man. Okay, if you got that body like that, dude, I don't care if a woman got a little gut and stuff like that. If the rest of her body is in proportion, man, like that, listen. People, that's not the way you're supposed to be acting in church. That's the way you're supposed to be acting at home. Where he can slide his hand up in there. I ain't trying to be nasty, but I just like to just slide that hand underneath and just feel the fatness. They supposed to do that at home. He should be able to do one of these. But he could have, if he was a dirty dude, and they don't even know what kind of dude that was. That dude could have been like a predator or something. A rapist. And he could have really been like, and he either, the way they was acting, he probably would be like, oh man, man, dude. You know when people be like, he could have really got his hand up in there because they had it open. They was busting it open. You know. Dude, that remind me of 3rd grade. I'll never forget this, man. I done told y'all about this on this channel. I ain't gonna say her name, because she probably still around here somewhere. But she was a cute little girl, man, and I liked her. I think that had to be 3rd or 4th grade. It was 3rd or 4th grade. And they used to push, that's when we had the long desk, where one kid be on one side of the desk, another kid be on the other side of the desk, right? I think that was the desk. Whatever desk it was, I was, you know, me and her playing. We playing, right? Me and her playing in class. Like, she right across from me. Me and her playing in class. So I'm like this. I didn't even know what to do. I got my hand in there though. Somehow my hand went in there. And when I brought my hand up right here, I had my hand on the side and I could smell something. So I was like, and then I said, and the kid next to me, my guy next to me, he's like, what? I ain't say nothing. And so she started looking like she was gonna start crying because she let me do it. And then I was a little kid. I was a clown, man. I was like, ugh. And so the dude next to me was wondering, I ain't say nothing right then. And so we playing out in recess, and now she mad at me. And back then, when girls got mad at you, look at this clown and threw a whole bowl on the ground. When they got mad at you, y'all got to teasing each other. I said, what did I say? How did I say it as a kid? I didn't say the P word. What did I say? She was trying to tease me. I said, that's why, yo. I think I said cootie cat, or I forgot how I said it, but I told her it stank. And she was finna start crying, and all the little boys that was around me, my friends, was laughing. She tried to, like, she knew, it's almost like she kind of knew I was gonna do it, because we was arguing that day. And I said, that's why, yo, you can't stink. I always been exposing people, yo. That's just who I am. Anybody that know me, I was catching people, girls up. I'll go right to them. Hey, man, your girl down there. I always been Mr. Exposed. When I was little, I just was exposed boy. Now I'm Mr. Exposed. So we end up being cool again, making up, giving each other the Valentine hearts. I said, I'm sorry. I said, are you sorry? She said, yeah, I'm sorry. And we ended up being cool again. Now, I can't say her name because you'll never know who watching these videos. But it stunk. I'm like, man, she didn't get washed up or nothing and came to school, or her being young. Like, she wasn't even supposed to have that much smell as a kid like that. Hopefully wasn't nobody doing nothing at home. That thing stunk. And boy, I always, like, I think she was light-skinned. I think I always had a thing for light-skinned chicks, even when I was little. I put my hand under there and was like, I didn't even bring it up. It was right here. Because the teacher was lurking, like trying to see what was going on. And I was like, and I was pretending like I was reading, but then I could smell it from right here. And so I was like, but yeah, I might have to do a part 2 because I really need to break this thing down. And my phone is kind of moving like that, like it's on shut off. But I really need to break this down, because this hypocrisy in the church has to stop. And then they try to, the church being ineffective has nothing to do with the Most High and everything to do with how these people acting in there. That kind of stuff. They be trying so hard to be like the world. It's like this. Your church, like when you go to the grocery store, you see all the spices. You got all these different seasonings, salts, seasonings. Your church should be a seasoning that nobody ever had before. But a lot of people don't go to churches no more because they all the same. They don't go to churches because of the same reason why they don't go to a nightclub. It's trouble in there. Trouble in there. Think if it's a woman that used to dance for a living that is trying to change her ways and saw them acting like that in there. She probably like, it's cool to do that. She'll be back on the pole again. Talking about God got her. The devil is a liar. But I need to cover this more extensively. And you did the people a favor by asking for this video, because a lot of these preachers are not nowhere near close to God. They ain't no closer to God than you. A lot of them. But they getting a check, like he said. They getting paid, man. You make a lot of... Look, I already know I'm going to get some support. When I start my church, I'm going to get some support. But I can support myself. So I'm not doing it for that. But we're going to come back to it, man. And we're going to talk about this some more. So y'all stay tuned.